I am looking a little bit worse for wear, and it has been a while since I last recorded anything because I have been very busy at work, and then I just feel like my personal life has kind of been put on hold the last couple of weeks. So I've literally worked straight since I last recorded. I had the PMA training conference day, I had a study day, I had 3 night shifts, I then had a sleep day. So I worked until 8 o'clock and then slept the rest of the day. I then had another PMA day where I did a restorative clinical supervision group, which was really good. I then had a day shift, and then yesterday I had another study day. So I've worked 9 days straight. I was then supposed to be working tonight and then the next 3 nights, but tonight was an extra, and in the end I've ultimately decided to cancel tonight's shift because it's an extra. I would like the money. It's my first extra I've been able to pick up since doing my new job. But my hands, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if I've said, I'm currently allergic to the gloves. So I've had a special, I've had to order special gloves in that work's paid for, but even then I'm starting to get reactions to them. So after working so many days straight, I think my hands just need a little bit of time to recover, and hopefully they'll be okay for the next 2 days. If not, I am actually going to be off work for 5+ weeks after that, so they should recover over that time, and I am so excited because next week, I can officially say this time next week I will be in Australia. It's kind of been a little bit stressful the last few days, weeks, and I know that's awful to say, but with everything going on in Dubai, that's where my refuel technical stop was supposed to be on the way to Australia, and so it was all kind of up in the air whether I would be able to go or not, whether they were going to reroute, whether they were going to cancel, whether I'd be able to get a refund and then rebook somewhere else. But I've just found out about an hour ago that they have actually decided to do a flight with more fuel on, so they don't have to refuel, and I'll be getting into Brunei about an hour early. I think it's 45 minutes early than planned, and then I'll be able to get my normal flight from Brunei to Melbourne, Australia. So I'm very excited. Literally, when you see this, I'll be in Australia. I'll be probably moving on to the next destination, but you'll have to wait and see. I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of a break from the vlogs in terms of uploads while I'm out there, and then be uploading all of the Australia vlogs when I get back. So very exciting. My first thing I want to open and go through is my rucksack. So my sister brought a rucksack that was her mum's backpacking rucksack with her when she last came, and I was going to use that, but for a couple of the day trips I am camping overnight, for one for 2 nights and one for 3 nights, and I'm only allowed to take a small backpack with me. I was trying to find a backpack that worked with the rucksack and I couldn't, so I ended up finding the Mountain Warehouse 60/20. So actually this front rucksack unzips, so I'm hoping that will be big enough for the day trips, but I'm gonna kind of unbox it and share my reaction. So this is the zip, if I can get it to unzip. It's a bit of a stiff zip. So this is like the 20-litre day backpack, which will turn into like my weekend backpack. It still looks quite small, but I guess it probably fits a fair amount in. So that's good. And then this then leaves the 60-litre. I like that it has loads of zips, not zips, what are these called? These buckle things. So I was excited to see those. I like that it zipped completely open from the front, so it wasn't like you had to like go down and get everything. So this opens up and gives you this space. There's a dirty compartment at the bottom, either for shoes or laundry. I think I'm going to use that for. And then a big part here, which looks good. And then at the bottom there's more buckles and access to that bottom bit where shoes and wet stuff, I guess, can go. Oh, the zip's like overlapped with the material. I'll have to be careful of that. So yeah, that bottom part unzips, and again, it's quite big, so that's where I'll put shoes, and then this is where I'll put clothes and toiletries. And then the back, a lot of people said that when they put the rucksacks, the backpacks on aeroplanes, they got damaged. So I like that this had like a separate zip part that rolls up and folds into the bottom, but whilst in luggage protects all the straps. So I'm actually really pleased with this. I think that looks good, and now I'm just excited to pack. Let me show you what is going on in my spare bedroom at the moment. I realised I hadn't looked in the little pack, but there is a big strap which I assume is for the backpack, the rucksack. I don't know what the difference is. The big one, if you want to hold it more like a hold-all. But the rucksack, the day rucksack, you can't open, you can't unzip right down to the bottom, but that's fine. Doesn't have any additional pockets inside, it just has a pocket on the front. So I'll have to think about how I'm going to organise that for the like 2 long travel days either side. This is currently the state of my spare bedroom. I've got boxes of shoes because I don't have any trainers or walking boots at the moment, and a couple of the trips have asked for walking shoes, so I'm going to try on a few pairs and return the rest. I've got an underwater camera because my GoPro has broken. I've got a travel adapter. I've got a couple of drones. Don't know if I'm going to be able to fit these in my travel-on bag, so if they fit I'll take them, if not I won't. I've bought a few new swimming costumes that I need to try on, and a few new pyjama sets that I need to try on, and then I've started putting together some other bits. So these are my towels for the hostels. This is my towel for the beach. I've got some shower shoes, some sun cream, after sun, after bite, and then I really wanted to have like a hanging wash bag that fit full size stuff in, so I'm going to trial these two. So I've got this one, which I think might be too small, and then this one, but I think this one might be too thin, so we'll see which one works better. And then this is for like money and itinerary, which is very, very busy. I've literally got it timed and mapped out to the hour. The first thing I'm going to go through is my electronics, deciding what I need to take, what chargers go with what, and organising them into this travel container. So I've made a good start. I've gone through all my electronics, I've sorted out my hand luggage, I've started on the toiletries, and I've gone through all my like pre-existing toiletries, old bags, old stuff that I already had. So I've now popped this suitcase here, because I've gone through all of that, and I've laid everything out ready to try on when I get back. So I've got 4 swimming costumes and bikinis, 3 sets of pyjamas. I've started to fill up one of the wash bags. I don't think I'm going to use this striped one, so I think that one's going to be returned. I've thrown everything that will be packed on top of the rucksack for now, and then I'm going to try these on when I get back as well. I'm really into gold jewellery at the moment, so I really wanted to treat myself to some gold bracelets because I've got a lot of these Joma jewellery bracelets in silver, but my favourite necklace is gold, so I wanted some gold ones to take on holiday. So I bought a Gemini one, a little chapter, because I thought this year was definitely going to be a new chapter of my life, a June one, this one to remember all the people that I've lost, especially my grandma. And then this one I just saw, and it was on the sale for like, I think it was like £11, and I thought that was perfect for going to Australia. And then this one was also in the sale, and I thought it went lovely with this, and then I could wear it for my 30th birthday. So yeah, very excited to wear some treats. It is such a lovely sunny day today, which I think makes all the difference. So that on top of obviously the good news about getting to Australia has made me very happy. I've also had a positive meeting with someone at work about bullying, so I'm just heating up lunch. I'm going to have some leftover pizza and leftover like millionaire shortbread, and then I'm heading into town to have my second laser hair removal appointment. I've shaved everywhere, I'm feeling good, but I'm sure when I get there I'll be a little bit upset because it is quite painful. I have just finished my second laser hair removal appointment. I psyched myself up. I'd had plans on what to do in my head so they like distracted me, and I genuinely thought I'd be okay today, but it was more painful. And I was like, why is it hurting more? And she said she turned it up to the maximum. So I ended up telling her it was fine for like the front half of my legs, so she kept it on the maximum for those, and then she turned it down when she did my underarms because I found those painful last time. The Hollywood was absolutely fine. It was a bit like squeeze pinch me when she's doing like TMI but the labia, but left it on the maximum. And then the backs of my legs, I had to tell her to turn it down because that was really painful. I don't know why the backs of my legs are so painful, but I found it the same when I had my legs waxed for the first time. The front, like it hurt a little bit, but it was fine. But the backs were like torture. And I had booked for a full leg wax, and I ended up just doing a half leg wax on both sides because I found it too uncomfortable. But anyway, I've been in there less than half an hour. It's done. It's like 25 minutes of pain for hopefully lifelong effects and lifelong hair removal. So this is my last session before I go to Australia. Obviously, I've just found out she's traveling to the Middle East for 4 weeks, so I actually won't be back to have an appointment for a while, so I'll have to book it like the first time I can. We tried to book it for the end of April, but I haven't got my shifts for that week yet, so I'll have to wait until my shifts come out before I can book it and then kind of go from there. But the rest of the evening, I need to try on those clothes, but I am supposed to go into my cousin's to hang out and to have tea. She had an appointment at 4:30. It'll take me about half an hour to get back to her house, so I won't get there till about 5:15, but I'm not sure how long her appointment is taking. So I'm very sweaty, I'm very hot from the pain and like clenching and everything else, so I don't know whether it's worth me going back home, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to text her and then hopefully she replies on my way home if she's at home, and if she's not at home, I'll just go to mine first. It is just after midnight and I am going to call it a night. I've had a lovely evening at my cousin's house. She cooked a roast dinner, I played with my nephew, we watched a film. What film did we watch? Oh, Boss Baby, which I've seen before but they hadn't, so that was nice. I've been back the last couple of hours trying on swimming costumes, summer clothes, pyjamas, and pretty much organising like all the returns. Oh, and walking shoes, I tried them all. Tried them all on. So I've been organising Amazon returns. So they're all sorted, ready for tomorrow. And now I'm ready for bed and I'm going to call it a night. I think because I have recorded quite a bit, it's been quite a chatty vlog. I'm going to end this vlog here and start a new one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you next time.